Vanguard says the 60-40 portfolio will rise again like a phoenix coming from the ashes. So let's see what we got here. This is Dateline July 1st, 2022 by Roger something Diaz, who's the chief economist of the Vanguard Americas. All right. Periodically, pundits declare the death of the 60-40 portfolio. Their voices have grown louder recently amid sharp declines in both stock and bond prices. But we've been here before. Based on history, balanced portfolios are apt to prove the naysayers wrong. So I just want to look real quick. We got Vanguard Total Stock Index, Vanguard Wellington, and Vanguard Wellesley. The total stock index as of the end of June was down 21% year to date. Wellington was down 16%, and Wellesley was down about 10 points, 10%. All right, so Wellington and Wellesley, 60-40s, probably about 14% down, if that makes sense. So 60-40, about 14% down. Wellesley has never had a 10% down year, so we're already down 10%. Hard to imagine that continues on, but we shall see. We just don't know. Let's see. Not surprising, the perfect storm of negative market drivers have pushed stocks and bonds prices south in lockstep, impairing the normal diversification of risks in a balanced portfolio. Yep. Brief simultaneous declines in stocks and bonds are not unusual, as our chart below shows. Let's see. All right. So let's see. Viewed since early 1976. The nominal, that's not including inflation, that's not taking inflation out, returns of both stocks and investment-grade bonds have been negative 15% of the time. So basically, was that one of every eight months? About one of every 7 months, excuse me. Stocks and bonds have gone down at the same time. Weirdly, though, one of every 3 months, a 60-40 portfolio has been negative. That's kind of interesting. Extended time horizon, however, and joint declines have struck less frequently. Over the last 46 years, investors had never encountered a 3-year span of losses in both asset classes. Yeah, but I mean, this is only since 1976. I'm 52, man, so I'm 4 years older than your study. That's just an odd study to me. I don't get it. Why not go back? But whatever. All right. As our chart shows, drawdowns in a 60-40 portfolio have occurred more regularly than simultaneously declines in stocks and bonds, and this is due to the far higher volatility of stocks and the greater rate. So basically 60% of this portfolio is stocks, or stocks and bonds. Just it's not weighted to stocks or bonds. It just is. All right. 1 month returns are negative 1/3 of the time. As we said, the 1 year returns of such portfolios are negative about 14% of the time. All right? And once every 7 years or so is a negative 1 year return. All right, there you go. So once every 7 years did you have a negative 1 year return. All right. Catchy phrases like death of the 60-40 are easy to remember and may even seem to have a ring of truth in the difficult market we're currently in. But such statements ignore basic facts of investing. The goal of the 60-40 portfolio is to achieve a long-term annualized returns of roughly 7%. Huh? Okay, who said that? Vanguard saying that? The goal of the 60-40 portfolio is to get 7%? I got to look at the Vanguard Capital Models market, because if the Vanguard Capital Models market had 6.5 to 6 and 6.5 in stocks, and 2 to 3 on bonds, I'm not sure how you get 7%. I don't get that. And that's before inflation. That's nominal. Are they saying international stocks? Or I got to look it up. I mean, because then you say international stocks will give us huge up. Seems weird to me. All right, but whatever. The annualized return of 60% stocks and 40% bond portfolio from January 1st, 1926 to the end of 2021 was 8.8. Well, if you can give us that, why can't it give us why we only go back to 1976? Come on, man. Going forward, the Vanguard Capital's model market projects the long-term average to be around 7 for a 60-40 portfolio. What? Okay, I'm going to have to adjust my stuff. That seems significantly higher than what Vanguard has done before. Is that because the market declined? I don't know, man. The average return we expect can still be achieved if periods of negative returns like this year follow periods of high returns. Yeah. During the 3 previous years, 2019 through 21, a 60-40 portfolio delivered an annualized 14.3% return. So losses of up to negative 12% for all of 2022 would bring the 4-year annualized return to 7%, back in line with historical norms. Where are they getting this historical norm stuff? Let's go down to notes. I don't understand. I've never heard that we're trying to get 7% on a 60-40 portfolio. Well, these are notes, but okay. Vanguard calculations right here. I've never heard we're trying to get a 7% rate of return on 60-40. I literally don't understand that. I get it. I just don't understand where that's coming from. On the flip side, the math of average returns suggests that periods of negative returns must be followed by years with higher than average returns. Is that why the Vanguard, the VCMM? Okay, right here. Yes. So the Vanguard Capital's models market projected 10 years returns have increased by 1.3% since the end of 2021. And with higher interest rates, the projected 10-year bond returns have increased by 1.6%. Overall, the 10-year annualized average return outlook is now 1.3% higher than what it was before the market adjustment. Now that's interesting. Huh. I want to update that in my software. I got to think that through. All right. Market timing, yeah, we know that. No magic in 60-40, but balance and discipline. I focus here on the 60-40 portfolio because of its touchstone status. In our view, a 60-40 benchmark is for an investment strategy is a sound investment strategy. I completely agree. But as useful as it is, it's not magical. Talk of its demise is ultimate distraction. And a little bit of a straw man. Who's actually talking? Well, I guess I have seen talking of the demise. That's not true. For some investors, a longer term, it might be 80-20, 90-10. All right, so let's, like the phoenix, the immortal bird of Greek mythology that regenerates from the ashes of its predecessor. The balanced portfolio will be reborn. All right, that's kind of dumb. But let's look. We're going to get rid of VTI. We're going to put VBAL AX. Isn't that the Vanguard Balance Fund? VBAL. Right there. Index VBAL. Okay. Right, let's just check this guy out. Down 17%. Yeah, well, actually, look at that. Vanguard Balance is down more than Wellington. Isn't that interesting? Huh. Let's see the analytics of exposures. Is it exposing us? 50-70 stock to bond. All right. Vanguard Wellington is right now 60% stocks, 5% bonds, and some other. All right. Large caps, some small and mid. Is small caps getting crushed that much? Fixed income, credit quality, mostly AAA, some triple B in there. Here's Wellington. Wellington is U.S. stocks and international stocks. So Wellington is, does that say 57? Wow. So Wellington's got a little bit less aggressive. 58 plus 7, 63. All right. Interesting. And then large cap and pretty much all highly rated bonds. I was going to show you something else here too. That's interesting to me. Hold on, pause it. The last 10 years on these funds and compare and contrast. All right, let's compare and contrast like we're back in high school. Oh, high school is the worst. All right. Wellington's beaten. That's interesting. Oh, a little bit more aggressive. That's why. Yeah, it's got a little bit more. Exposure to stocks, a little bit more, not much. Interesting. All right, so let's look at, I want to see the Russell 2000. So I'll get rid of Wellesley, NAESX. You see, I still remember the Vanguard tickers. Isn't that funny? Been years since I worked there. Small cap index has got to be getting trounced. Yeah, it's averaged 10.69 over the last 10. Worst drawdown 30%, which is last, I'm sure it's 2022. Let's see, blink. Right there, 21%. So where was the, when was the drawdown? last year. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Okay. So basically from October 2021 to June 30. Okay. So yeah, so it went from 14,000 down to 10. Yeah, so it's dropped down pretty good, man. That's fact. Here it went from 10,000 to 77,000. Let's do it. Well, I shouldn't change it much. Yeah, it didn't change it much. All right, there you go, man. Interesting. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, no one knows. I don't know. Love your thoughts. We'll see ya.